when I've confirmed that it is in fact working for this.
Let me know when I can go loud on the noise.
Will do. As soon as I know that it is in fact taken over. Looks like it is taken over. I'll do that open. Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. It is time once again for some dungeons and a player. No, that's not right. Some players in a dungeon. Is that right? That sounds right. Welcome, greetings and salutations. I am, of course, one of your mini hosts, El Sambo, SamusGarobo.com, Samus Garobo over on Twitch, YouTube, etc., etc. Look for me there. Of course, I'm joined, as always, by Top Hat Talab, our DM, our loyal compatriot, he who has the stories. And, of course, we also have Nivvind, Dirge Singer. God, your name is so long. Your name is like a donkey ate a centipede and had a baby together and came out a centipede donkey. It is too long.
It's to make up for all the shortcomings I have.
Yeah, so you can check all that out over at twitch.tv at our various URLs. I went ahead and I threw up a multi-link. We also have Shoemaker and Steiner Davian joining us tonight as players but not streamers. Good morning.
Konnichiwa. Good afternoon.
Excellent, excellent. So we're going to do about an hour and a half, 2 hours of Dungeons and Dragons. 5th edition, we are currently in the middle of Horde of the Dragon Queen. And, yeah, I have no idea what happened last time. So somebody is going to have to play catch up.
Let's see. So,
I think we won.
Last week, she was gone. So was Sam. So I will pick Steiner.
Yeah.
Not saying it was the aliens, but it was the aliens.
I think. Oh, okay. I remember what happened now. No, Sam was here.
I was here, I
The only
think.
one who wasn't here was Shu.
Well, Sam was here, but he doesn't remember what the hell happened. So,
Alright,
Steiner,
so- We went to some city and we met the guy that we rescued. He hooked us up with some other dude at the bar, who's like some monkey muck, he thinks he's really awesome, aristocratic, wealthy dude. And over a bunch of drinks, he kind of suggested that we were interested. We should enter this tournament in the city. To which we did to various degrees.
Oh, you were so great. I cheered for you so
I
hard.
was gonna say, I was the only smart one, trying to make a good impression and entered all the events.
I won the most events.
I cheered for you really hard, too.
I won the last one.
Well, I won the tourney event, which is the most important event. And then just failed horribly in all the other events. Samus, he didn't enter any events, and all he did was, drunkenly cheer everybody on.
I won the lover event. I was the best lover.
Alright,
And
so
I think that's where we left off.
well, after the event, he was. You guys basically talked to him and the monk. You guys joined the secret organization, the Harpers, and you were sent on a mission to follow a caravan going north. You booked passage on a ferry going up to Waterdeep. So here, let's pull this. We're gonna go ahead and.
I feel like joined is a harsh word as well.
No, you guys joined.
Oh man, it's such a harsh
It's not
word.
very secret anymore now, is it?
So you guys started down here in Greenest, and you traveled up to right up here in Earthville, and you you booked a passage on a ferry in Earthville and moved over to Baldur's Gate, which is right here.
And where's
this is
Greenest
where-
again?
Greenest is here on the map.
Okay.
Where's Baldur's Gate?
It's that clump of islands over there.
Right over here.
Sorry, when you were peeing before, I was just trying to find the part of the map.
It's okay. So you guys took passage on went up the river. You guys were able to take your horses with you. And you guys are now at Baldur's Gate. You know that there will be several days wait before the caravan actually reaches Baldur's Gate. But you know that once they reach Baldur's Gate, they're going to be heading north. So when you guys get into Baldur's Gate, you know that your contact is going to be at a place called Blackwatch. And one of the big things about Baldur's Gate is they don't allow caravans and horses and even dogs into the streets because they're so steep and so slick. I'm not sure who I'm echoing off of, but I'm echoing off of somebody very badly.
Oh, you may have to speak some more. I wasn't watching the Discord for a second. It could be me.
Okay. All right, it's probably you. Yeah, it's you, Sam.
Yeah, the air conditioner turned back on.
Okay. So anyways, so you guys know that you can park your horses outside of the gate, and you are to meet your contact at Blackgate, which is where basically where a lot of the caravans are. They get picked up at. So, what is everybody's first plan when you get into the city?
We probably should make our contact with our contact. I don't know, what you just say, Samius? You're the genius.
I mean, that seems reasonable. I mean, the plot moves forward in that direction, right? So should definitely keep moving that way.
I can dig it.
You walk, I follow.
All right. Well, I guess Jersey's getting locked in the office with us tonight.
Okay, so you guys will head to Blackgate. It's very busy over there. There's lots of people that are loading up wagons right outside. Again, so the way that this works is they will carry their cargo through the city to the north gate, which is Blackgate, and once there they can load them onto the caravans, but there's no caravans allowed into the city because it would just be more of a hassle than anything. So you meet with a man named, if I can find his name here.
Cardamon.
Sir Bob.
A boy named Sally.
Selbin. His last name is Selbin.
It's sort of in.
And you see his little shop. He's a equipage shop for the various challengers, or travelers. And you do see his shop pretty predominantly. It's not huge, but it's it's a good size.
What is a good side shop?
So you guys go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. You go in. You see a man. He's bent over. He's working on a wagon wheel, and he hears the bell ring, and he looks up, and he says, greetings. What can I do for you today?" And he kind of stands up a little bit and starts to wipe his hands off with some grease that he was working with. He looks at you blankly as nobody answers.
We all look at him blankly and nobody answers, and I push him forward.
Oh, I flash my Harper pin.
His eyes will go wide, and he'll rush over to you and grab the necklace and start shoving it back into your tunic. And he says, "Are you mad? Don't be flashing that around here."
No, I was actually pretty happy, but now I'm kind of getting a little worried. So we're here to make. We're here from the I guess the monk, right? Is the guy that sent us here?
The monk and the paladin both are.
monk's name and paladin's name sent us here.
Yes. He's actually friends with the paladin. He will say, I suppose he's sending you here on business. So what business can I help you with?
We're here about the dragon egg, coat egg.
He looks at you blankly. He says, I'm not quite sure about that. I don't know anything about any cult members. What is it that I need to do for you though? What have he sent you here for me for?
Something about a van?
Down by the river.
Oh, the caravans. Yes, I'm an equipage master. Are you seeking passage with one of the caravans?
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to protect it. I don't know.
Oh, yes. Well, I cannot actually hire you as guards, but if you go up to the guards and or up to the caravans outside, they are always seeking members to guard their caravans. And if don't be hesitant to mention my name, and I'm sure that you guys can at very least get travel amongst them. Perhaps even a decently paying job as a guard.
I always wanted to grow up to be a guard.
So he'll look at you and say, "Is there anything else that you need of me?"
Is there anything like I'm drawing a blank on exactly what we discussed with the paladin and the monk?
Mostly it's your mission that you probably would know not to indulge to this man.
No, this about sums it up. We're here to caravan guard and guard caravans, and you've done your country proud. You're a great man. They'll speak of your name for centuries above and beyond.
Well, I don't know.
Deed.
I don't know about any of that, but I do appreciate the compliment.
No, don't play it down. You just did the greatest heroic deed right now. You just saved the world by giving us this information.
He kind of smiles a little bit and says, well, if there's anything else I need to do for you, just let me know. I have some basic supplies here that I sell at a reasonable price.
Samius, shoemaker, do you need any food?
I mean, I don't know. I make sure that I have plenty of fresh supplies.
I think we're good. We just needed the information.
Do you have any potions? Healing?
No, I'm not that type of shop. I sell mostly like ropes and grease for the wheels and such like that. Perhaps you could find something like that in town, but out here, no. Most of the shops out here are going to be more focused towards traveling.
Alright, then we'll go find the potion shop.
Well, very well. Enjoy your time here, Skate.
You're a hero.
He'll kind of turn over and start working on the wheel again, and just goes back to his work.
How tall is his building in relation to the buildings around it?
It's actually very small. You see he's on the outside, so you see the city walls on the just basically right behind his building.
As we step out, I use prestidigitation just to carve a symbol of my patron, like on one of the posts or something.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you step out. It is a slight drizzle, but that's not uncommon for this area. The ground outside is a little bit muddy. You are getting a little bit dirty, but for the most part, you guys are okay. It is a little bit on the chilly side, but for the most part, it's not like just downpouring. So what is your guys' next stop? You do know that you still have several days.
Well, you mentioned a potion shop. Let's find a potion shop.
Okay. So you guys enter. You guys go up to the gate. The guards stop you there. They're pretty cordial. They say, what's your business here? Are you carrying any contraband? Blah blah blah. It's very easy to get past them, unless when you guys is like really just belligerent, then you guys are pretty much fine to get past. And you enter into the city, and you see that there is the streets here are extremely steep. As you're walking along the streets, you are tiring a bit more than normal, just because the trek is hard because the ground is wet. It is made out of basic cobblestone, and as you're traveling up, you guys are slipping a little bit, and just trying your best to maintain your balance. It is a little bit on the difficult side.
It's getting hot.
And you guys will find a very, very small alchemy shop. And you guys walk in. It's nice and warm in there. And there's a little old lady sitting on a stool. She looks very feeble. And she very, very softly says, hello.
Oh, hi there. Aren't you precious? Do you have any potions?
Well, this is an alchemy shop, so I have a couple.
I look at the group, I'm like,
What are you looking for?
well, they're looking. I point to the group.
Need something to make me feel a little bit better when I'm beaten.
Oh, yes, I have just the thing. And she'll kind of rustle around behind her. You hear bottles clinking up against each other, and then she'll pull out 3 bottles. And she says, this will aid you if you get hurt in any way, sprained ankle and the such.
Will it close up my cuts and
Yes. This is
revitalize me?
These are healing potions. Yes.
I look right at Steiner in the eye and I say, "Stop beating around the bush, lad. Just ask for healing potions so we can move the hell on."
Yeah, she's a grown woman. She knows what healing potions are.
Yeah, she's been around the block once or twice. You know what I mean? I give the old lady a wink and a high five.
You can see that she lifts her hand up, and it's very, very, very shaky as she lifts it up to presumably shake your hand, and then you hit it, and she kind of looks a little startled.
And then she dabs.
She says, "Yes, these are healing potions. They will aid you in your travels, I'm sure."
She said she has 3.
There's 3 of them.
Now, do you have it?
100 gold?
She will sell them to you for book price plus 10%.
So 100 gold. My guy's really bad at math.
If that's what book price plus 10% is, then yes.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but my guy can't do math.
Let me see what they are.
But he says 100 gold and gives her like a really big wink. Kind of pulls a Mel Gibson in that movie, kind of just, a little twitch, I don't know, in the waist area as he winks.
What women got when she's looking at his crotch? You just flash your crotch at this chick?
Not flash. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Flash Gordon.
Did you pelvic thrust her?
Let's see if I can find the price of these here.
I turn around and see Atrames for the first time in like months. I'm like, hey, you're back, and I point to him.
Holy moly!
Look, everybody.
I thought you were
Wait a
stuck in
minute.
a bandit camp.
Yeah, I got kind of lost. Took a while to find my.
Did
Were you
you?
there a minute ago?
Aren't we just a bunch of suitable adventurers? We're just the people to save this world.
Every time he says we're gonna save the world, I look at him with that like one raised eyebrow and a "what the heck are you talking about" look on your face.
You know, the thing we stand on. You know, the world's flat, you know, has water on.
I'm not saving it. There's only one. It's right here. It's not like I'm putting it in my piggy bank.
I mean, like,
You crazy.
protecting it from evil, not saving it like you're going to, like, a penny earned is a penny saved.
Well, why didn't you just say rescuing it from evil?
55 gold per bottle. So she will tell you it. Yes, it is 55 gold per bottle.
I'm gonna be like, now, we've literally,
50 per. And I try to like sweet talk her.
I was
Oh,
about
these
to do
are most potions. They smell sweet, but they taste absolutely horrid. I have developed a way to make these actually taste decent. I couldn't go below 53.
I don't really like sweet so much. I think 50's good.
Well,
I look at the chick and say I will buy all of them for 56 apiece.
She looks at you stunned. If you really insist, I really only want 55 per, but...
and madam,
I'll take them for 53.
Madam,
No.
what's the name of your establishment?
I start slapping down 168 coins. I start counting them out.
You will know that you would have seen the sign outside. It's the Sweet Cap Apothecary.
Well, if you don't mind, we're a group of adventurers. We just got done saving the town quite a far bit away. We actually are looking for, what you say, sponsorship. And we would love to advertise to get you business for a small discount.
Does she have a logo, like an image, like on the sign outside?
Yeah, it's just a small mushroom.
I use like prestidigitation to create like an image on like my armor and my shield.
People all around the world.
That's Sweet Cap Apothecary.
I'm gonna point to it. I'm like, people are all around the world are gonna want to know where we got what we need to survive to fight against the evils of the world, and we're going to point at you, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, Nana, she has the best potions, and they taste sweeter than Anna's pies, and they're all going to want to buy from you.
I overpay her. I take the potions and I walk outside.
Okay. Thank you, young man. She says, that's very sweet of you, but I just don't think I can take the kind of demand that would cause, so I do appreciate your purchase, and I hope to see you again soon.
Do you have anything else of interest?
You know, like climbing potions.
Things to make you
I
faster,
could perhaps
stronger.
brew up a potion of climb for you. Most of my potions right now are for mundane things, but I could possibly do it for you in 10 days.
Do I have 10 days?
You do not.
Oh, sorry, I'll be gone. But brew it, and if I ever come back, I guarantee I'll buy it for your
Very well.
And I just use prestidigitation to make the image disappear of the
Okay.
mushroom and Nana's Sweet Cap's Apothecary.
Okay.
That's not even her name, that's just my nickname for her.
So you guys leave the shop. Again, the slight drizzle, and you guys are out in the city.
I find a homeless person.
You find
A
homeless
panhandler.
people,
A
okay.
pan-
There's not a lot of them. There is a few though that you'll find.
I find one. I find one that looks like the most downtrodden.
Okay.
And you kill him.
I put a gold in their in their little bucket. I walk on.
He will hear the clink as he's somewhat sleeping on the side. Very quickly gets up and looks at it, and then will say, "Blessings to you, sir. Blessings of the morning, Lord, to you."
I wave, and I keep leaving. All right, we need an inn, and we need a job. So.
Wait,
I'm just freaking out. We're finally in a place that sells potions. Maybe they have a magic item shop. I've never been in the city. I'm sorry.
I look at him. I put my hand on his shoulder, and I say, "I'm sure they do." But how much money do you have?
Like over 100 gold.
Right. So take all your little golds. And what do you think you can buy? Not very much. Right? I'm gonna go.
Surprised what 50 gold can buy you.
That's true. You can get a handy J over there. So
I can take all of your 100 gold and turn it into 200 gold.
So I know there's a specific sword that can double as a torch for 50 gold, and it does and it breaks through certain resistances.
I look at him and I say, "You know what, buddy? You run ahead." Is there? I go to that person I just tipped.
Yeah.
The panhandler. I say, "Is there a good inn near? Not just here, but like near the place where the caravans get staged?"
He'll look a little bit and say, "It's a decent inn. It is the kind of patronage there, though. They're very downtrodden on the people that are low on their luck."
Okay.
Says the homeless guy.
What's the name of it?
The Silver Mare Inn.
Okay. I tell everybody that I'm going to go there. I'm going to see after I see about getting us jobs. And if you guys want to go run around the city like a crazy people, then go ahead. And I give Nim 50 gold after I make him look at me, like full eye contact. I say, if you see anything sweet, you buy me one. Otherwise, bring me back my 50 gold.
Good deal.
And I look at him and I say, I'd like an itemized receipt.
Which is a receipt.
It's where you write down, they write down everything and what it cost. So you're not gonna go buy like a 1 copper piece dagger and then say charge me 50 gold for it. Okay? And remember, I'm watching you.
I'm lawful good.
Okay.
So, who all is going to the inn?
I'm going to the inn.
Okay.
I'm looking for a magic item shop.
I go with Nim to find a magic item shop, and on our way there, I say, let's go find the game tables and turn that 50 into 300.
Oh no. You could do that. I want magic. This is my first time in the city.
Then we have more money to buy more magic. And we can buy Miss Paltry little magic thing and keep it for change.
I don't know. That sounds like a gamble, and I already lost one woman in my life. I don't want to lose gold too.
Oh, but I'm so good.
So, Sam, you go alone to the tavern, and you open the door to the tavern. There's actually a wagon wheel. It is hung up on the front of the tavern the wall. And when you open it up, you're greeted with the warm feeling of fire and the sweet smell of there's like a sweet aroma of cooking meat and a slight tinge of alcohol as you enter the room. And there's
Sam's not alone.
He's not alone. Who all is with him?
I went with him.
A shoemaker? Anybody else? Going once, going twice.
I look at Atramis. I go, "Are you with me?"
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Okay.
So you guys enter in, you have a slight tinge of alcohol, sweet smell of meat cooking, and the warm feeling of fire. There's a very robust man behind the bar. He sees you walk in, and his eyes light up, and he looks up and says, "Oh, well met, travelers. How are you today?"
I say, "Greetings and salutations," and tired of the phrase "well met." How are you?
Oh, I am well. I'm glad to see that you have chosen a fine establishment. May I get you a drink?
I tell him that we need 3 drinks and some light food, as we are meeting friends later, for Dindan, and rooms.
Ah, well, I can provide all of that for you. He will tell you that the drinks are they're good. They're about 5 silver a cup, and they're sweet mead. Unless you wish for something a little bit less on the sweet side, than he has ale.
I'll take something a little bit less sweet. I plop 3 gold coins on the counter.
Oh, expender man. He will say, I have some homebrew ale that I think you quite like.
Good,
So
good.
he'll take the 3 gold, and he will bring you a pitcher of something that smells a little bit of mold, but it's got a very rich amber color. Do you take he'll put a glass down as well, and he'll pour you a glass.
Come on, guys, have a glass with me.
I'm gonna have the little kid drink. I'm gonna have the little kid drink with my little kid thing. I ask him if he's got a kid's menu, and when he doesn't, I sit down and color my own coloring book.
He will give you a glass of a type of juice, and it smells extremely sweet, almost sickeningly sweet.
Oh, perfect.
And when you do take a drink of it, your teeth actually ring a little bit. It is extremely sweet.
Perfect. This guy gnomed what I need.
He'll look
That's
at you
not
after
funny.
he's, what can I get you, young man?
I'll take the big kid's drink.
Would you like some of what your friend is drinking?
No, I mean the alcohol.
Well, yeah, that's what he means. He's pointing at Shoemaker's pitcher of ale.
Oh, yes.
So he'll just go grab a cup, and he will look at you, Shoemaker, and he says, "Do you mind your friend partakes in your pitcher, or would you like him to buy his own?"
Come on, you can have some.
So he'll put the glass down in front of you, Astromace, and he'll say, "When you're ready to order food, just wave me over, and I will come get your food orders." And he'll put down a piece of parchment that has just a list of like what he has today, and then he'll walk away. There's some light. There's some basically like a mixed berry and nut plate. There's boar meat on the menu, and there's deer meat on the menu, and loads and loads of fish dishes. So Nimbin, you and Steiner go looking for a magic dealer, and you do not find a magic dealer per se, but you do find a blacksmith that does sell very ornate looking weapons.
All right.
There's a young kid outside working the forge. He is obviously young, but you can see that he's very well built. And when you walk in, there's a man in his very late age. He's got scars all over. He looks almost battle worn. And he's very gruff, and he says, "Hello, what can I do for you?"
Hold on a second. And I walk out and I cast detect magic and I walk back in. And I'm just looking around. And do I detect any magic?
You detect some magic coming from the forge, and that's it.
We're actually looking for a specific item. Have you ever heard of moon-touched swords?
Well, of course, I wouldn't be much blacksmith if I hadn't.
That's great because I was looking for. I heard that they were quite affordable for when I used to work as an entertainer from a traveler. Do you have any in stock?
I do not.
Ouch.
I have some silver and some a few here and there of adamantine, but not much.
Oh, do you have a silver rapier?
Roll me a percentile. He will look over at a wall, and he'll point, and there is a very, very ornate rapier that gleams with silver.
How much would that be?
It is whatever the book price is plus 15%.
Which is?
I'm not sure. You'd have to look that up, buddy.
As he's admiring the rapier there, I pat my trusty battle axe and ask if he has anything that might be a little bit more sharper or more efficient than this masterwork one. Than a little bit nicer.
So 15% of 25 is 3.75. So just round it up to 4 and say it's 29.
Well, I'm seeing here 100 gold.
For a rapier?
It's 100 gold plus the cost of the rapier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
So it's going to be 115 to silver it than the cost of the rapier. What were you asking, Steiner?
If he had any nicer battle axes.
Roll percentile.
So 125?
It would be, yes, 125. He will tell you that he does not have any nicer battle axes than what you've got. However, he has enough silver or adamantine to make it. You would just have to wait.
How long would that take?
He will tell you that it will take...
Is this considered a masterwork silver rapier?
It'll take 10 days. No, it is not masterwork.
Would it cost more to masterwork it?
It would cost more to masterwork, yes.
How much more?
One second.
Sorry. The hard-hitting questions.
It costs 300, an additional 300 gold pieces.
Ooh, no. Nah, I'll just take the silver.
Yeah.
Alright, I deducted the gold.
Okay.
I look at him. How long do we have in town?
How long do we have in town?
You guys aren't quite sure on that, but you know that the caravan is not far behind.
I look at the man with regret in my eyes. Sorry, I don't have time.
Oh, that's understandable. If you do have time, you can come back, and I can work on it for you when you need to. But if you do not have time, I do apologize. My workload is heavy around here.
I have this master's work rapier that I don't need anymore. Not to have one of your fancy silver ones. Is there a trade-in program or a sell-off or a?
He tells you that he'll buy it for 50% of what it's cost.
Which is 150.
Yes.
All right, deal.
Okay. So he'll sell it to you. He'll just take off the basically off of your purchase, and just to make it easy, and then that way you keep your gold, and he less bookwork.
I asked him to see it. Can he recommend anybody else here in the city?
The rest of the people around here haven't seen the kind of experience that I have.
Anybody deal in second-hand goods?
If you really wish to buy a second-hand weapon, I wouldn't suggest it.
Good idea.
Okay. So you guys leave the shop or what?
Yep, and head to the tavern that I heard the homeless guy referred to Samius to. Meet up with the party. Gotta give him back his 50 gold.
As soon as you walk in, you will see the man. He'll light up again and well met.
Well met. This is my first time in a tavern.
Oh, I hardly doubt that.
Oh no, I come from a traveling group that we usually settle outside of town for traditional reasons. But I'm a minstrel. Would you like some music in your tavern?
He'll kind of look around. Well, it has been quite some time. I will. You can perform, and I will give you 1 mead per hour for performing.
Sweet.
Okay. You were able to bring in a couple of people. He does give you the mead, and you do an okay job. You do a pretty good job.
All right.
So he will tell you guys. Do you guys want anything substantial to eat, or are you guys just gonna eat the little platter? What are you guys gonna do?
Well, now that everybody's here, we order a big group meal.
Okay.
Samius, I throw his 50 gold in a pouch at him. I couldn't find anything.
That's reasonable.
So you guys order. Would you guys like to order a fish meal, a boar, or a deer?
Boar, please.
Yeah, I look at him. I'm like, we definitely. I'm all about the boar.
Okay.
All about the oink oink.
So he will tell you that it is 15 gold for all of you to eat. And once you guys pay and get the meal, you'll see that it is actually a full boar. He comes and puts it on the table. It is scored so to the point to where you just basically put your forks into it and pull the meat away. There is root vegetables surrounded it, roasted root vegetables, and there are small berries intermixed with the root vegetables. The meal is very good. It's up to you guys to figure out how you guys can split that, but it is 15 gold.
Oh, I just paid for it.
Just
All right.
All right.
And I ask about the inn or the rooms for all of us.
He will tell you that the inn. How long do you wish to stay?
Let's go 1 night for now, with the option to extend our stay.
He will tell you that it is a gold per person per night.
All right, I will. Like, look, I bought y'all dinner. I'm not buying your your lodgings.
I plop another 5 gold down on cover everybody.
Okay.
Can I'm willing to play every day that we're here for my room.
You can see that he's thinking. Well, you were good, and you did bring in a couple guests. So, if you perform for 3 hours, I will provide a room for you. No drink, however.
I can do that. That sounds great.
Very well. So he'll slide Shoemaker your gold back for him, and then it's a pleasure. Please do mind the noise late at night. I do live here as well.
Sure. Curfew is when?
Oh, no curfew. No curfew.
That seems dangerous. Okay. So, I tell the boys as we're drinking, and I show them my new coloring that I did all day. I think I did a great job, you guys. What do you think?
You did great.
What did you color, Sam?
I colored our adventure at the potion vendor, where I walked away with all the potions, and everyone else was really happy except for Steiner, who was really sad because he didn't get any potions because he tried to haggle with the little old lady. He's actually crying because he didn't get any potions.
Roll me artistry.
I didn't cry over spilled milk at all.
In my drawing, you did.
Roll me an artistry.
And
You
I
could do
use
like profession artist,
prestidigitation
you
to
could do
like.
profession artist, or you could do like a.
And here they have like performance.
You could do performance, sure.
I use prestidigitation to ignite his drawing.
It only appears to be ignited.
No, you can use like prestidigitation to like light your pipe and stuff.
It's an okay picture. It's good for such a little one.
Yeah. I colored it myself and sketched it.
I'll put it on the bar.
Okay, so
I guess it's on fire now though, so that's sad.
a couple of days go by. Nim, you do a pretty good job performing. You know, you're they don't see much in the way of performers, so you know you're a pleasant sight. It is the same price for your meals, ale and such like that. Is there anything you guys want to do in the next couple of days?
Not particularly. Wander around and see what kind of interesting goodies there might be.
I think I'm just gonna perform at the I know he says 3 hours, but I think this is good. This is my first time being a tavern performer. This really interests my character a lot.
Roll me a d10. So you get 5 gold performing the next couple of days. Sam, you will find basically lots of various trinkets and stuff like that. They're not really anything special. They're just nice. There's lots of little shops. There is quite when you go up towards the northern part of the village, you'll see that there's quite a bit of homeless up there. But down in the southern part, there's not that much.
Alright, well I buy 25 gold worth of shinies. Little small trinkets, the 2 copper necklace here, the 3 copper necklace there, whatever. And I throw all those shinies into my bag of holding.
Okay.
And
roll
then
me a percentile.
Oh, they have a 1d10 now. 93.
You do find a very, very ornate looking wooden icon, and it is actually pretty cheap. It's for what it is. It's 2 gold pieces, but it is it's an icon of 2 dragons fighting.
I buy it. Buy it and I throw it in the bag of holding with everything else. Okay. Also, while we're doing my adventures, I also slip a reasonable amount of silver into lots of different homeless people's things. Say like over however many days we're there, put like another 5 gold worth of the silver out into the homeless community.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Okay. And then at night, I shine my shinies at the bar.
At one point during the couple of days that you're there, you will see one of the homeless people that you gave money to is in the bar, and he kind of like ducks down a little bit as he sees you come in, and he does have a drink in front of him.
I wave.
He kind of sheepishly waves at you, and then goes back to his drink.
Okay.
You will. A couple of days go by pretty uneventful.
Hang on. Before that guy's done,
Yeah.
I make a drawing of him stabbed in the street to death with a cup of ale in his hand.
Okay.
Whoa!
Seems like a little bit of an overreaction, but okay.
And then I have the bartender take it to him.
You can see that the bartender actually laughs and takes it to him, and he kind of like. You can see that he's got like an arrogance about him when he takes it to him.
It's all good.
Okay. The guy gets very, very visibly upset and leaves the bar. A few days later, you guys are watching. This is basically like the 4th day that you're there. You guys are outside, out in the village, and you will see one of those carts that can't think of the name of them right now, but one of the carts that basically you can step inside of. They have windows and curtains and such like that. It's going through town. It's being carried by 4 men, and I need everyone to roll a perception.
Let's see. This may not be very good because we don't have our characters to click on. Oh, I rolled excellent.
Just to see some things like change, rolling like crap like I usually.
So you guys are seeing like the curtains of the thing flapping a little bit. You cannot see who's inside though. But it is they are carrying the cart north through the village.
Are the guards or anybody, guys that are carrying it, have any distinguishing
No,
marks on their clothing or
Are
anything?
they
like that?
throwing gang
none
signs?
at all. None at all.
They're like, what side vatos?
I follow it. Try to get ahead of it and see if I can catch another peek.
Okay. They do. You do a pretty decent job. Again, this is the area is very hard to kind of traverse because it is wet. But since they are carrying something, you're able to keep up with them.
If I have to, I will.
Perception
I can
again?
duck into a alley and fly up in front of them.
Roll perception again. Anybody that wants to keep up can do that.
Can I, non-stealthily, like, just play music behind them like I...
If you try that, they will. One of the guards will snap at you to leave them be.
Fine.
So you guys try to keep up, and you guys do a good job of keeping up. But it is dark in there, and you cannot see who is in it. At one point, they go to a very, very pretentious bar, and you'll see they will stop outside of one of the entrances, and the cart they put up right up against the door, and you can see that they open the door and then like shove it up against the door so that whoever's inside doesn't actually even make any kind of visual from the outside.
Okay. Did they leave the cart there in front of the door?
Yes.
So no one else can get inside.
It's on the side entrance. You could go into the front entrance if you wish.
Yeah, I go in the front entrance.
I too go in the front entrance.
Like I belong because
Okay.
I'm from a noble family.
You go into the front entrance and you will see the bartender will scoff and say, "What are this is not exactly the place for ne'er-do-wells like you."
Ne'er-do-well? Don't you know who I am?
No.
My family down in we're in Baldur's Gate now, right?
You are in Baldur's Gate, yes.
My family is an important family up in Waterdeep. You don't know who I am? Let me in.
So if I remember correctly, you do not have that in your bio, right?
No, but I am like a really minor noble family.
How did you come up with that?
It's the background I have. I'm a noble.
This is the first I've ever heard of this, buddy.
No, I mentioned it last time. I have the signet ring and everything.
So he will look at you and will kind of point to your clothing, and he will say, any noble worth his stuff would not be wearing such garb.
It's been a long trek down here.
And one would go to the various bathhouses here and clean up before coming into a fine establishment like this.
Says you. I'm important enough I can go where I please.
He will scoff and say, you may if you wish, but your money is not worth anything here.
All right, then step aside.
Go back to cleaning his bar.
And I'll be like, oh, do you have any room for performance tonight? You may have heard me. I'm Nimvid.
I do not. I would not let such a backwoods man perform in my establishment.
Well, you haven't heard of me. I'm very popular by demand.
Well, I haven't heard of you, and that's exactly the point.
Actually, he would have, because my background says I become a local figure because of my performance at the bar.
He doesn't care.
Alright, your loss. I walk out.
Okay. Steiner, are you just sitting in the bar?
Yeah, I'm looking around. I'll do like a lap or two around the place.
Okay. You'll see
very important,
one of the guards will at some point go up and get drinks and food, and then start carrying a very large back to a room, which they will open the door and let him in, and then close the door. There's 3 guards standing outside, one on each side of the door and one in front of the door.
Can I catch it close inside the door?
It is extremely dark inside.
Oh, I have devil's sight. I can see 120 feet, any kind of darkness.
Roll perception.
Come on, perception. Oh, it was almost an 18.
You do not see anything inside. So the next couple of days are going to go by pretty uneventful. Do you guys want to do anything, like, get jobs on the caravan?
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but I also need to, while they're screwing around, I spend a day working on scrolls as well. But then, yes, I need to go actually get jobs on the caravan. That's why we picked this inn. So
I continue for
So,
4.
whoever is going to go get jobs on the caravan, say so now.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Or actually, so.
Sorry, what was that, Mike?
Now?
I said I will as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So everyone then?
yeah, we're gonna take everyone and we're gonna go get jobs.
Okay, so I need everyone to roll either an athletics check or a persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
Plus 9, I still get a 13. That's stupid.
I cast this thing on me after I would see everybody else jumping around like idiots. Which was good, I guess.
So you get a 7.
I get a 7.
Alright, so, let's just go down the list here. Nimvind, you were hired as a sergeant for 8 gold per 10 day, plus food and living expenses on the road. Steiner,
He's so bad he rolled a perception instead of persuasion.
No, I rolled a persuasion.
That first roll was for the
Oh, okay. I take it back.
see, so Steiner, you were hired as actually a bodyguard for one of the merchants. You're gonna get paid 10 gold per 10 day, plus food and living expenses on the road.
Sweet.
Same thing with Atramis, except you were hired for a different one.
What was the amount?
Well, what was the amount?
10 a day. Or
10 gold
a
per
gold a
10
day.
day.
Yeah, basically a gold a day.
Plus food and living expenses. Shoemaker, you are not hired by anybody, but they are letting you tag along as a traveler. And Sam, you are hired as a basic guard for 5 gold per 10 day plus food and living on the road.
If I'm a sergeant, is he underneath me?
Roll percentile.
Yeah.
He is not.
I have to boss around NPCs.
At this point, when you guys are trying to get work, you guys will notice several people that you do recognize as people that you saw in the camp. They are loading up some wagons and they are hiring people out. Do you wish to try to go up to them and hire yourself out to them, or are you trying to hire yourself out to merchants?
Merchants. Merchants got the monies and the loot.
Well, I think our job is to infiltrate and get details on the other group, right?
Your job is to follow them and figure out what they're doing.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, I want to tag myself with the camp people.
Yeah, I kind of would like to go that way as well.
Okay. So
Same.
go ahead and roll me charismas.
Oh, good.
Do
I'm
I get
excellent at this.
advantage since I made that one performance in the camp when we were in the camp?
You do not. Actually, you get disadvantage.
I didn't get
What?
hired by one, so do I get to roll to see if I get hired by the other?
No, this is all together.
This is straight charisma or charisma skill?
If you're going to go after, going to try to get hired on as their guards, then it's charisma. Straight charisma.
Fucking shoe with double 20s. That's bullshit.
I got disadvantage and I still got a 21 though. Thank you, Jack of all trades.
So they are being very, very selective on who they hire. They do not hire you guys, but luckily for you, they also don't seem to recognize you guys.
Well, while we're over there, I try striking up a completely normal conversation with anybody over there who seems to be interested in having a conversation.
Okay. What do you try to strike up a conversation with?
Just like the usual stuff, like the weather, like how I didn't get hired on this caravan. These guys must like really be particular. I've guarded caravans up and down the Sword Coast for years. I don't understand. Like, you know, I guess I have to go work for those guys over there. I've never worked for them before.
So roll a bluff first.
A deception.
Deception.
Or deception, yeah. Just 5e and they're changing names and stuff. Okay, so yeah, you see they seem interested in your story.
You know, just talking with them, seeing where they're, see if I can get them to tell me where the destination is, what kind of cargo they're hauling, etc.
Okay.
You know, where's the good poker game in the in the
they'll
evenings?
point you towards a good poker game.
I get any names that people may or may not want to drop.
Nobody is really dropping names. You will know that the caravan is leaving in 3 days, heading to Waterdeep, and they're going to be traveling. They'll pull out a map and they're going to show you. They're going to travel through the Field of the Dead. They are going to skirt past Dragon Spear and meet up on this road here and head north to Waterdeep.
Well, hopefully there won't be any accidents along the way, because we don't really need the extra downtime.
This is true. Travel can be precarious, but we hope that we can travel well.
I kind of elbow the guy and I say, my wife here in Boulder's Gate is getting a little irritated with me being home all the time. I got to get to my wife in Waterdeep, if you know what I mean.
He chuckles a little bit and says, yes, I do know exactly what...
I haven't been home in a coon's age. She'll be really happy to see me, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yes. And you can see he kind of goes back to his work. So you guys can have 3 days here in town. If there's anything you guys would like to do.
More performance.
Okay.
I'm going to work on a few more scrolls, and I'm going to give those pile of scrolls to Shu in exchange for money.
Shoemaker, your party member is trying to sell you scrolls.
I give him 1 silver piece apiece for him.
Okay. I tell you that I can get you 4 scrolls of your cure spell for 30 gold, which is basically cost.
I tell him that's fine, but I'll have to charge him 30 gold for each one I use on him.
Okay, I'll just keep mine then, because you tend to steal them out of my pocket, and now I have a bear trap in there.
What's this I heard about scrolls? You're selling scrolls?
Well, I'm just trying to make... we have 3 days of downtime. I can make a few scrolls if people would like to cover the material costs.
How much for a couple of cure wounds?
I can make 4 cure lights, or whatever the cure is, for 30 gold. Or Goodberry, or Arcane Weapon, or Feather Falls.
I'll give you 30 gold for the cures.
Alright, I make him 4 cure things.
Okay. So 3 days go by, you guys meet up with the caravan and you start heading out.
Those are just level 1 cure wounds, right?
Yep. I tip my innkeeper. I tip the place where we've stored our horses, stabled our horses. I assume it's going to be like something like so many copper a day or whatever. So I pay them, and I give them a good tip because they did such a good job keeping the horses in good shape.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And give me a total.
For your housing your horses.
For yeah, the 5 of our horses for however long we were here.
It's like 4 silver for the entire time for all of you guys.
Okay. I give them 3 gold.
Okay.
I was like, thanks lads for doing such a great job with our horses here. They all look great.
4 silver each or 4 silver total?
4 silver each.
I too will overpay, but I will just give 2 gold.
Okay.
And just know that you just took care of the horse of the famous Niven, the local bard of the tavern over there. Yep, that was my horse. You were a lucky man. You just took care of a famous man's horse.
So as you guys are traveling, the first couple of days go by pretty uneventful, but and you guys will know that it's going to take you 2 months to reach Waterdeep.
2 months?
2 months to reach Waterdeep, yes.
So it's 60 days?
Yes.
61 days?
Right around here, you guys, it's nearing nighttime, and you guys will see up ahead a cart. There's some guards they're kind of cowering down, and they're under fire from some creatures out in on a hill. And you will see that it is a group of hobgoblins. They are attacking a cart.
But are they attacking our charges?
No, they're not attacking your guys' caravan, but the cart is in the road.
But I'm kind of confused. Are we with the bandit camp people, or?
Well, it's all part of the big caravan.
There is a caravan of 6 carts, and you guys are with that one.
But this is a different caravan cart that's being attacked?
Yes.
Alright, Is there a hobgoblin within 120 feet of me at this point?
Yes, there's 6 hobgoblins attacking it, and one that's got pretty substantial gear on. Looks like for these hobgoblins.
I'm gonna load my crossbows.
I hex that hobgoblin and I shoot it with an eldritch blast.
The big one, or one of the little ones?
The one that's geared up.
Okay, go ahead.
Oops. Okay, that's just casting hex.
You can see that the blast, it like doesn't quite hit. It like goes over his shoulder.
Okay.
You guys still have surprise round for everyone if they want to do something.
I'm just loading up my crossbows. I think that pretty much takes up my first round, right?
Yes. Sam,
All right.
would you like to do anything?
Yeah, can I ready my crossbow and summon my little ghost buddy, my mouse, and start sending him that direction? You said it was quite a ways away?
Yeah, they're like 120 feet or so away.
Okay, so I can only get him like 90 feet away from me in one. Like I can make him.
Okay.
No wait, I can make him 60 feet away and move 30. So it's gonna take him a little bit to get there.
All right. Steiner already went. Shoemaker, Ashmis, you guys want to do anything?
Not particularly. I'm just a traveler. I'm not part of the caravan.
Okay.
Kind of a freelancer, paying attention.
I'll shoot Shu a dirty look.
The caravan starts to slow down, and you can see that there's people arguing over what to do. There is a nobleman. You can see he's like riding along, and he says, "Oh, no way! I'm getting up there against those brutes. Men, you go up there." And you can see that the guards will start to draw their weapons, and they start to head on towards battle. You can see the one in the big armor. He kind of glares over at Steiner, and he draws a greatsword, and he starts to move towards you guys.
I shoot him again.
Okay. We're gonna roll initiative here, so hold on.
As a reminder, you want to have your ticket, you want to have your token clicked when you roll initiative.
I can't drag my token onto the map.
What map? Oh, here we go.
I thought you could just drag your image from your character sheet onto the...
No, the DM has to put our tokens there that are linked to our character sheet. Yeah, it's been a while since we had a combat, right?
There's been at least 2 sessions since combat.
Let's see. Here's my token sheet.
All RP all the time. To catch Mike up, we're protecting the caravan, and one of the caravans that is not our particular wagon that has hired us is under attack by some gobnoblins.
Gotcha. That explains the spell.
That's right. It's not just Shu being stinky.
That's too bad. I actually had a spell I probably would eat. That has magic.
How do I get you guys on there again?
Usually the best way is you should be able to have our tokens someplace, and you just copy all of those tokens from wherever they are to the new map, if I remember correctly. You can like highlight everybody at once, or select everybody from once and copy them over.
Alright, I don't think I'm missing anybody. You guys are on the wrong spot, but I don't think you guys are missing anybody.
Also, I don't think that we have control. At least I don't have control of my token.
You should.
Nope. My token just went flying off the map.
Yeah, I can't control it. Every time I try to select it, I ping.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll make a base map in the future that we have we make sure that we have full control over, and then just copy those and paste them. We probably have one somewhere.
I probably do. All right, let's see. There's an invent. You should be able.
Now I can't select.
Oh, that's aggravating. Okay.
It's just been a while since we've done it.
It's been an unusual month or so.
Yes, it has.
We have,
We are actually rapidly kind of getting to our time, so why don't we stop here with this beginning of combat? We'll pick up here, and I can adjust the tokens so that we can actually control them. I think this is a pretty decent stopping point anyways, just like begin combat and go.
okay, sounds good.
Everybody concur? Okay.
Yeah.
Works for me.
That works.
Alright, so next time we'll begin here with the combat. I know this is pretty RP heavy, but you know, that happens from time to time. And it's gonna happen more with me because I really enjoy my RP. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the game is just the role play. So anyways, if you guys liked what we saw, we will be here again, not next week, but the week after. This is a bi-monthly game. The support is really good for us. This is September, which means that you get half-price subs. So if you would like to support one of us, that'd be great for you to subscribe to us. Everybody with Amazon Prime gets a free subscription to their favorite content creator. I believe everyone that is streaming tonight has options for that. So if you want to support us, that'd be great. We'd greatly appreciate it. Other than that, a follow definitely helps. Samius is the only one here that has a Patreon, I believe. So that's going to be patreon.com/Samius. You can subscribe over there for as low as $1 and as high as $3. So other than that, if there's any closing words, gentlemen.
No, I'll be back in probably half an hour or so with the DDO session for this evening. So catch that on twitch.tv/SamusGrovo.
Yeah, I'll probably be back with a little bit of DDO stuff when Rhett logs on. Gonna be doing over Sorlona stuff myself. I believe we're gonna hit up the new expansions tonight. Is what I'm thinking. The Sharn stuff.
Oh, that'll be sweet.
Pretty sweet.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, yeah. Other than that, I do joining us, and we will see you on the next one.
Thanks to Lab for GM main.
Yeah, great game.
Thank you. Sayonara. Gozaimasu.
Alright, toodles for now, all.
Toodles.